Hi everyone, it's me, Maya, and welcome to my channel. So, I took a week off last week and I totally needed it, but this week I'm back and I want to do a recap of the Tony Awards, which was Sunday. And oh my goodness, it blew my mind. Now, I don't know if you guys know how much I love theater, music theater especially, and it probably makes sense for me to watch the Tonys, but for some reason I never have. I think I've been so averse to awards shows, especially with the recent Oscars controversy, but within the first 2 minutes of the Tonys, I was laughing. Like, why haven't I watched this? And it was also funny with the James Corden was hosting the Tonys this year, and his one of his first jokes was, "It's like the Oscars, but with diversity," and I was dying laughing. But with the Tonys, there's so much more inclusiveness, and it's just like a happy dancing and singing time. So I just wanted to recap some of my favorite moments from the Tonys, and I've got my nice little list beside me so I don't forget. So, the first hilarious part of the Tonys was James Corden's opening monologue song. So he was talking about how he saw a musical when he was younger and it inspired him to want to do theater. It's like, I can do all of that. And Hamilton also did the beginning monologue of, if you know that dun 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 dun, dun, and it started off with, instead of Hamilton, it was, "My name is James Corden," and it was so interesting and fun. Of course, this turned into the Hamilton show because Hamilton won so many awards, and I think we all knew that that was going to happen, but it was still exciting, and I was I had my fingers crossed for most of the show. I was like, please let them win, please let them win. And of course they won a lot. Let me go through all the awards that Hamilton won. So they won 11 in total. They were nominated for 16. Can we just put the math together for how amazing that is for them to win that many? It's like, what? So Renee won Best Featured Actress. David Diggs won Best Featured Actor, and that was his Tony premiere. The costumer won, the score won, Lin-Manuel's score. Thomas Kail as the director won, the lighting won, the orchestration won, Alex Lacamoire, who's like besties with Lin. The book, which is the script and the songs all together, won. They also won Best Musical, and they won Best Actor, which was Leslie Odom Jr. Now let's take a moment. That's 11 awards. What I really appreciated about the Tonys was that the diversity. It blew me away, the diversity, and how powerful it was to see so many different types of people in a room, and no one's angry with each other, and no one's trying to hurt each other. And yes, I'm getting emotional because of the recent events in Orlando, but now we have a place where everything, it's not okay, but we're all in the same room, and we can show that we can be in the same room without anyone being angry. Lin-Manuel's speech for his acceptance speech for, I think it was the score, and he did a sonnet instead of freestyling like he usually does, and he's talking in his sonnet acceptance speech. He broke down, and it was so heartbreaking to hear and see because there's so much love in that room, and it never really matters what the people in Pulse nightclub were doing. Love is love is love is love, and it's just so painful to think about what they had to go through, and that there is so much gun violence in this world, and we still have these issues going on. And it blows my mind. And of course, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do this video because I just read up on a lot of the events that happened and I looked at the victims list. So I'm a little emotionally raw, but I figured that the the Tonys would help me feel better, because I think Barbara Streisand said it best, and it's that, I hope that was Barbara Streisand, and it was that theater has a way of consoling us, and it's a way of making us feel better. Art in all of its forms just has a way of lifting you up, and I know personally for me, it's that connection, and that you know that you're not alone, and that this person has written that song that makes you feel so much better about whatever's going on. So I felt like I just really needed to get that part of it out. But there's some other cool things that happen in the Tonys, and I think this kind of takes your mind off of it for a little bit. Color Purple had a performance, and Cynthia Erivo, oh my god, this girl, I need to listen to that entire cast soundtrack, because I'm like, why is your voice melting my face? I don't understand. And they won Best Revival of a Musical. On Your Feet was next. Oh no, and Steve Martin had an hilarious moment about being a composer, because he composed for this banjo type musical, and it was very interesting because it's like, you know, breaking into the industry is very hard. You have a lot of climbing that you have to do, and then he pointed out, or you could be famous already like me, and so it's not really that hard. It's like, it's so funny to think about. I also noticed that this guy, I used to watch this show called Electric Company, which was like the greatest show ever, and it had this guy named, I don't know what his name was on the show, but his name is Josh Segura, and I was watching the performance for On Your Feet, which was the story of Emilio and Gloria Estefan, and I looked at the guy, and I was like, wait, this guy looks familiar. And it was the guy from Electric Company, so that was cool. They played Carpool Karaoke again during the Tonys, which was Aubrey McDonald, Lin-Manuel Miranda, the guy from Modern Family, and Jane Krakowski. And they were all singing musicals, like musical numbers. And it just made me smile so much to see all of them in one room, but recognizing that I know almost all of these songs, and that musicals and theater are connection between people. It's constellation, it's connection, it's knowing that everything is okay, and I'm starting to feel better, so I'm really glad that I decided to do this video. The In Memoriam, which was the recounting of all the theater individuals who have passed within the last year. Now, they didn't play fair, because they started off with the instrumental from Seasons of Love, and if you don't know, that's from Rent, which is my favorite musical of all time. Well, one of my favorite musicals. No, it was the first musical I ever was introduced to, so that it has a very great part of my heart. So it started off with Seasons of Love, that instrumental, which was the most beautiful instrumental I've ever heard, and then it went into all the people that passed away. Now what I forgot is that both Alan Rickman and David Bowie were in theater, so their pictures flap on the screen, and I'm like, I cannot cry today. And I did. I just have become such a crybaby in the last couple of years. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I told you all already that Cynthia Erivo won for Best Actress in a Musical, and that was Cynthia Erivo won Best Actress. Leslie Odom Jr., who is an African-American male, won Best Actor. Can we take a moment to see how big that is? The highest award that you can get for the Tonys, well, not the highest, but a very influential award that you can get, have both been won by African-American individuals. And also Lin-Manuel Miranda, a Hispanic male who has written an 11 Tony-winning musical, and it's just so inspiring. I was watching that entire thing, laughing and crying and I'm getting too excited, and moving to the beat, and I was so proud and excited, and I was so inspired to just write and do more, and just it made me so happy to watch the Tonys. I think I'm gonna, depending on what musicals are up next year, I think even if I don't know what's up next year, I still want to see the Tonys next year, because this has been just an uplifting experience, and even just recounting the funny parts just makes me feel so, excuse me, just makes me feel so better, and it's so great. Okay. It hurt. I think it. I was feeling a little before, but like now I feel okay. Now, I did already tell you about the numerous awards that Hamilton won, and that the president and the first lady introduced their performance. How do you become that person where the president and the first lady introduce you? Can we? Amazing. Okay, I think that's all from me. I hope you guys are all doing well. Continue to pray for the state of our Americas. But I pray it'll be okay. I do. And I think what I appreciate so much about art and what we have is that even for a moment we feel a little bit better, and I hope we continue to not let the evil bring us down and let the evil decide how we treat people and how we move on, because there's no reason for it, and we can't let ourselves be defeated by darkness. Simple as that. I pray for all of the families. I pray for all of those that have been affected. I pray that God will give you peace and strength to move forward. I love you all. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.